the mock draft with us. So let's not waste any time. We're going to get right into it. Matt, you there?
I am here, buddy.
All right. So let me get shared over to Sleeper and our mock draft. Here we go. All righty. Does it look good there? All right. Looks like it's up and ready to roll. Everything look good to you, Matt?
Everything looks great to me.
All right. How have you been doing? NBA Finals are tonight. They start up. Who you got?
Who's playing?
That's right. We got mock drafts to worry about, right?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of mocks and still doing a little bit more research here and there. But really, I mean, researching and focusing on the trading aspect, because for most of our dynasty leagues, we've done the drafts or rookie drafts, all that kind of stuff. So most people are switching their attentions over to redraft leagues and getting ready for those drafts. This is for at least in my opinion, from the dynasty arena. Now we're in the let's look at some trades, and now that we've gotten the value out of our drafts, let's start shaping our roster for the next year.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year is definitely a lull in the what would I say, the value process. There really isn't going to be much value change in players for the next month and a half here. So you can really, this is a good time to take a look at your rosters, see how they're constructed, make sure you've got the, maybe the right number of players at each position that you want. And take a look at some of the other teams' rosters in your leagues and see what kind of deals you can maybe make happen to help each other out. I'm always for, win-win trades, both sides.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been super active in one of the leagues that you and I are in, and I'm in kind of a rebuild there, not a full-blown rebuild. I took care of that in the draft, the rookie draft this year. But it's
you just got a trade through yesterday. Why don't you share that one?
Oh goodness,
it was the Ayuk deal.
That's right. So I traded away Brandon Ayuk, Aaron Jones, and a 2027 third rounder. In exchange, I got Zay Flowers, a 2025 third and fourth rounder, and then a 2027 second rounder. Now, if you do your valuation of the trade on Keep Trade Cut, you can't even do it, accurately because the 27 picks aren't loaded yet. So
not yet.
You do the best you can with that. But I think I did not win this trade on Keep Trade and Cut, but I got everything I wanted from the deal. So being in a rebuild, I want younger players. I especially want young receivers. And in Dynasty, a second-year receiver who flashed or broke out in their rookie year is one of the best bets you can make. So Zay Flowers definitely hits that. He is the wide receiver one in Baltimore. Odell Beckham's gone. Rashad Bateman's never lived up to it. And then you got Mark Andrews. And that's pretty much it. There's not a ton of competition for targets there for him. And he flashed, and I would say broke out last year.
Right. And he even has more, he has a bigger ceiling than what he did last year. So I like the deal for you. I knew you were trying to get younger. So if you just match up Flowers and Ayuk, I mean, I'm not going to say they're even because, he does have more value on the open market. But at the same time, if you're looking to get younger, you bought yourself 3 years on a pretty similar profile type player. Like Flowers is a good route runner. Ayuk's a good route runner. They're in similar systems.
Both wide receiver
there's
ones.
A lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah. But like you said, there's that 3-year difference, right? That's always nice. But then there's also a contract dispute going on that really kind of muddles up the situation a little bit. So.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, we don't know where Ayuk's going to be. I mean, he could end up being Flowers' teammate for all we know. before the season starts.
Worst case
that would be interesting considering the trade you just made.
That's worst case scenario.
Those are Baltimore and Pittsburgh are the two spots that I know his agent mentioned that he'd like to go to. Now, whether or not that actually means those teams have enough room for his kind of contract is maybe a different story.
Pittsburgh makes sense though. They desperately need another receiver. And as much as I like Roman Wilson, he is a rookie, and I don't see him carrying the load that someone needs to carry to shape up their receiver room, but not in his rookie year. But
no, I mean you add a solid receiver like Brandon Ayuk to the mix. I mean any team in the NFL could use him. So, but Pittsburgh especially, yes, that would help out their situation for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you want to get to this mock? You ready?
Yes, please. I love smashing the draft button. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. I gotta go over here.
All right.
There we go. All right. I am gonna make this quick and easy and painless. I love Josh Allen and more than Patrick Mahomes. We'll just put it that way. It's way easier to root for Josh Allen, and that's why I went ahead and took Josh. Now this is a draft where we set it up where we were able to pick our slots, and I believe I had the sixth option, and the 101 was still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to pick early in this draft. We got this draft coming up Saturday night. It's going to start up. I'm excited.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, this is the first time I've seen a mock actually hit quarterbacks for the first 5 picks. It hadn't been doing that.
No,
so now I'm in a fun
receivers have gone in there.
Do what now?
A couple of receivers usually go.
Yeah. Just crazy stuff. You know, the computer mocks, they do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But so this is the spot I actually wanted to be in. I've got my selection of several quarterbacks, a couple of receivers, and a top flight running backs, right? But being that this is a super flex dynasty league, I got to get myself at least one elite quarterback in the first 2 rounds. Got to. So with that,
absolutely,
I will go ahead and take Anthony Richardson. The value with the legs, got to have it.
Oh yeah, love A-Rich going into this season. Of course, the rushing upside is there, and he's got more weapons now. They added A.D. Mitchell in the offseason, still have Pittman, Josh Downs. I mean, and then you've got the ultimate safety blanket with a great running game in Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, very excited. Jonathan Taylor's probably going to get more efficient this year if Anthony Richardson stays healthy. He should get more efficient and have a better year. So
we had an interesting turn here. We had CMC and Breece Hall go to the team 12 at the turn. Burrow fell to the second.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so it's back to you, Matt.
I'm in an absolute dream situation, right? for what I want.
Yeah, you've got about 4 guys I'd be happy to get in here. Either of those 2 receivers or either of the next 2 quarterbacks there.
Oh yeah,
can't go wrong with any of those picks, Harrison, in my opinion.
Yeah, those are the only 2 I've got eyes for here. And as you know, I wanted to be back in the draft for this type of a setup so I could get a piece of this receiver.
Yes.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, I love the 110. That's what position I had in the previous startup I did. And yeah, you're looking good with A-Rich and Marv, no doubt there. Yeah. All right. So now we're doing 3rd round reversal here. So I got to make this pick and then wait another 12. So this is an important pick for me, whether I want to go quarterback or another position. So let me just look at the QBs quick who are available. And I like, oh, I gotta say, I mean, I like all of the top 4 there on the board. Um,
Oh, I feel like something real fun's about to happen.
oh, I'm just gonna go chalk here. I mean, can't go wrong with AJ Brown. I know some people are a little down on him after the second half of last season, but he just re-upped 3 more years with Philly, and guy's still a stud.
Yeah,
Still one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL, in my opinion.
and really, I like the way he's built. He's not built like the prototypical receiver we see nowadays. He's very, very husky. He's strong. He's big.
Yes.
So it allows him to take contact, break through tackles. I like some Brown. Wasn't high on in the last couple of years, but I've really come around this offseason on what he brings to the table for Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's so consistent. I know Devontae Smith is there, but he's the definite alpha. I mean, Hurts is looking his way first every week.
Oh,
now it's back to you, Matt.
Yeah, so
you got a run of 4 receivers in a row here.
Yeah, lots of receivers have gone off. Okay, so I've got Anthony Richardson. I've got Marvin Harrison. I'm not real big on drafting the rookies early, but I'm high on this guy, and it's super flex. You're going to be starting 2 quarterbacks. I'm going to have a chance here to get 2 top end quarterbacks, both young, both mobile.
Oh, I like it.
Both
have the rushing upside is to infinity with those 2 you've got there.
That's it. That's it.
All right. So we had Purdy and Ayuk go right before me. Now I got 2 picks coming up right here. And so what I figured happened, the 4 QBs I liked did all get taken. So now I'm in the position here where do I grab a quarterback here, or do I risk things and see what happens? Now, being best ball, I'm not so adamant about having to get 2 quarterbacks, in the first 3 rounds as I would be in a lineup league.
Right.
Because being best ball, you can sort of grab 3 guys to make up for your quarterback too.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Get 2-3 solid quarterbacks and just have one of them have a good week, and that makes up for your quarterback too. I do like Tua and Goff. So let me look back at the receivers here.
This is a fun area of receivers here.
I'm gonna grab both. I'm gonna grab 2 receivers here.
Good call.
I like both of these guys. They're at the top of the board. Waddle just re-upped with the Dolphins. And of course, Drake London just landed Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball. So I feel pretty good about my start there.
Yes. Drake London. This is the year we get to see if he's everything that we thought he was as a prospect, right?
Yes.
He's finally got a quarterback to throw him the ball. So that's a big deal there.
Yeah, I think many, many targets are coming Mr. London's way this season.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm up here. So looking
back to you, man.
What's available? I've got my 2 quarterbacks. I've got Marvin Harrison here. Now, Michael Pittman's probably my highest ranked available here, and that would be a nice stack to have with Anthony Richardson.
He's staring right at you.
Price. Do what?
Yeah, Pittman is just falling right into your lap here for the stack with Richardson.
He is.
I don't know.
But I feel like I can get that. I can get a stack for AR at a much better value later in the draft. There's still Josh Downs. There's still AD Mitchell. All of which can be can be had for a much lower price. So here,
Absolutely,
talking about this, we are at the 46th pick here. So this is where we get into the am I reaching area. I don't actually think I'm reaching here if I do this. Let's see. Man, I don't like any of that either. Just be honest. Looking at everything that's available here. And I think, well, I'm just going to have to do this. I'm going to go with Nico Collins here. He just signed a 3-year extension. He's bought in. I personally believe Stephon Diggs is going to move into the slot. And you're going to see a lot of Tank Dell and a lot of Nico Collins. I don't think Diggs coming in is really going to mess with their targets at all. I just don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, Collins and Tank Dell already have the rapport with CJ.
That's right.
And I mean, as good of a receiver as Diggs is, those were the two incumbents there, and they've got good chemistry. I think Diggs is just going to have to find his role, and if he can stay, within himself and not get too pissy about not getting targets every week. I think the Texans are going to be a smoke show.
I got a feeling if he's putting up decent numbers and the Texans have the kind of season they had last year, I don't think you're going to hear too much out of Diggs.
No, I mean, at this point for Diggs in his career, he should really just be focused about W's, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, actually, if you're Stephon Diggs and you look at the team you're on now versus the team you just left and where they are, would you be scared to meet that team you just left in the playoffs? Probably not.
No, I mean, one team's going one way and the other's going in the other direction. And to be honest,
who knows what the Bills are doing right now? I can't.
Yeah.
All right. So my next pick, we were just talking about this guy. I'm
here.
I take
He's going Flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that pick. Can't have enough good, solid wide receiver 2 types. Zay Flowers is nice and young. We were just talking about him earlier with the Ayuk deal you made in the other league. Can't go wrong with that pick right there.
No, I'm
all right.
Extremely happy with that.
I'm back to back here now. Which quarterbacks fell?
Oh man!
Now it'd be kind of a reach to take a quarterback here based on ADP.
Yeah, but we don't base it off ADP, do we?
As we know how most drafts go, plus the fact that I'm 20 some picks away from my next selection.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: if you're going to go quarterback here, which few quarterbacks are you looking for in this spot?
Well, because I have London, Cousins moves up the board slightly.
Okay.
For me. He's obviously older than these other 4 options. I'm looking at the top 4 guys, right? Bryce Young, I'm not sold on. Baker is what he is. He's very solid, safe. And then you've got Deshaun Watson, which is the ultimate boom bust pick here.
Yeah, well, it is best ball.
So I think I'm gonna go.
Bryce Young's got Canales calling plays now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take Cousins.
Oh, all right.
Then I'm gonna go DK. I don't think DK should fall that far.
DK's about as safe a receiver as you're gonna get in this range.
Exactly. It's again, here's where you want to gobble up points. You can
get to see it.
Get points at wide receiver here. Helps your team build, gives stability. And I know Cousins is the elder statesman of the quarterbacks that I was talking about, but he's going to score points this year. That's for sure.
Yeah. So
plus, like I said, I mean, I didn't get two absolute studs at quarterback, so I took the Cousins pick with the idea that I'm going to be trying to draft one or two more starters.
Yeah. Okay, there it went. So I was hoping Jonathan Brooks would make it to me here. He didn't quite. A couple picks before me made. I felt like that would be. This is the area I probably want to take a running back. I like the 6th, 7th, 8th for running backs if you can find the right one in that range. So it throws things up a little bit here for what I was hoping to be able to do. But I've got some good things looking in front of me here. I've got Deebo Samuel. I'm pretty sure Ricci Rice is going to be out for 6 games at least. Right. I don't know what to think. And in these first 8 picks, I need guys that are firing off points for me day one. So I got to pass him. Not high on Thomas. JSN, there's still questions. Not on Diggs. So I guess, with what I'm looking at here, unless I reach on a running back, which I don't really like running backs right in this area. Don't want to.
Yeah, they're all very similar, the running backs.
Yep. So, oh man, this is a tough spot to be in. Oh, I just got auto timed out. Oh well, what did it give me? JSN, not the end of the world. Oh my God!
I'm gonna pause this.
Yeah, can pause and go back. Why is there a timer on?
Yeah, let me see what I can do here. Where do I go to settings? There we go.
Okay. Now you can manually delete all of them if you can there. I was totally okay with taking the JSN, by the way. That one I was good with. I'd rather have him over Deebo simply for the youth aspect of it. Tyler Lockett's on his last leg, and I got a feeling JSN, this is his breakout year. This is he flashed some stuff last year. He didn't get utilized the way we wanted him to. But
okay, now we're back. I'll unpause it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the JSN pick. I think Seattle's going to be throwing the ball more this year, and that'll give him the opportunity he needs to get more targets.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Okay. Now we're back.
2 minutes.
So I got to move. JSN with the first, and then it went around the turn. We had Deebo, Hawkinson, Diggs, and Rice go.
So this is going to be considered a reach, but I'm going to go ahead and take it now, and I'm okay with this. So I took Trey Benson here. Yep. If you look at all the other running backs around, none of them are younger than 26. All of them are in committees as well. So I'd much rather take the younger guy who's explosive and whose other committee member has maybe a year left there. So it's an investment pick. I feel like most of my points are going to be coming from the receivers and the quarterbacks anyway. So
yeah,
I want a young team.
All right. So the quarterbacks all made it back around to me. Nobody went quarterback in between there, which doesn't surprise me because of the ADP. But in a real draft, I could see one or two of those quarterbacks having gone. But let me see, it's up to here. I mean, I've got a point producing stack just staring at me in the face in my Buccaneers here, and I'm just gonna roll with that. I know Evans is older, but he just keeps scoring points. I mean,
you still want to win,
what can you say?
Right? You're still playing to win. You got to take them at some point.
Exactly. We're still playing to win here.
That's right. And so now it's back to me. Here's a nice fun stack. Hasn't fallen to me in a mock yet. So I'll take Terry McLaurin here to go with Jaden Daniels.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. It's very nice. And all right. So This is real. This is good here. So I've got what, 6 receivers, 5 receivers, 2 quarterbacks, and a running back going into the 9th. I like this spot here because I'm going to go ahead and get my tight end. I'm going to take Evan Ingram in this spot.
Nice.
I love what he does with Trevor Lawrence and the chemistry that they have, and with all this new receiving guys that are in the mix now. Kirk and Ingram are the 2 staples, so I like having a piece of that.
For sure. All right, so I'm sitting on 3 quarterbacks and 5 receivers right now. So let's look here. A couple of decent receivers there. Bo Nix, Will Levis. Don't mind either of those 2. We got it running back. I should grab 1 running back probably just to see. Now the tight ends, the last of the 4 that I would have liked to grab just went before me.
Okay.
Over these last 2 rounds in Njoku, Ingram, Ferguson, and Kittle. So at this point in a best ball format, I probably would look to just sort of punt the position, I'd say.
There you go. Yeah.
Where I'm going to grab 3 or 4 guys a little bit later.
Yeah.
And just hope one has a good week. I mean, all you really need is one of the guys to catch a touchdown and have a few catches, and you're in double digits in points. So
that's true.
That's how my strategy kind of goes if I don't get one of the top 10 or 11 tight ends. So we're going
Here's a
back
fun update. Sterling Shepard just signed a deal with your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Sterling Shepard? Oh, boy.
Yes.
We go Hollywood here.
Ooh, I like that pick.
We'll grab 1 running back.
Hollywood to finish off the
any of these guys. These guys are all the same. I'll just go Warren. You know, he's not an ideal RB1, but he gets plenty of touches. And if Najee goes down at all, he's going to get more work. With Arthur Smith there in Pittsburgh, plenty of opportunity for the running backs.
Absolutely, man. Let's see. All right. So I think I'm at that point here in the 10th. I'm going to get myself a 3rd quarterback. I've got incredible value here. He's young. I like it. Now, this is a gamble because if he doesn't have a decent year, this coaching staff did not draft him, and he could be on his way out. So it is a bit of a gamble.
Yes.
But I think I'll be
But you got great value. If Will Levis is sitting there in round 10, I mean, if it was a normal draft, I would have taken Will Levis over Jaylen Warren and just let the running back slide another 2 rounds.
Yeah.
This was more for the mock draft's sake so that I wasn't grabbing 4 quarterbacks in the first 10 rounds. Mock draft.
Gotcha. So now I'm on a spot here. I mentioned this earlier. I didn't want to pay the premium for Michael Pittman, but now I'm in a spot to get Josh Downs at a decent value in the 11th, and I'll go ahead and take that as well.
Exactly, and those are the kind of stacks you really want. It's nice to get a QB wide receiver stack with their top receiver, but it's even better getting them with their, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th receivers, because when those guys hit, your quarterback's having a big week.
Yes. Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right.
Well, so this is the area where I start looking finally at running backs. And so
you wait a few rounds longer than me. That's okay.
Just looking at the wide receivers. Tight ends here. I can wait at tight end again. think I'll just grab a couple of running backs here. Go Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Two guys that should get Moss at least should be the goal line guy in Cincinnati. Who knows how often they'll use Chase Brown, who got picked literally right before I took Moss. And then Singletary looks to be getting plenty of work with the Giants.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take Kendre Miller here. I think with Kubiak's offense going in place, it's perfect for Kendre Miller. Kamara has gotten less efficient over the last 2 years. And if it wouldn't have been for all of those dump-off passes, it would have been a horrible year for him. So I have a feeling Kendre Miller is going to start. Williams isn't threatening for carries. Kendre Miller and Kamara are the two backs here, and Kendry's younger. So I like that a lot. Now, my next pick, I've got to do this. I'm still getting value. I'm going to take my second tight end. It's also a stack. You know I'm very high on this guy.
Oh, yeah. I know you love Ben Sinnott. I saw him sitting there at the top, and I almost took him just to spite you.
I got a feeling, in this draft, that could actually happen to me. So we've drafted so much with each other that, we'll start taking each other's guys just to do it, just to create a trade later.
Right. Well, we're on opposite ends of the board in this one, so we might not be able to swipe each other's guys too often.
Yeah. But we could.
All right. Well, let's see. See, the reason I wait on tight end is there's even still guys down here as I'm scrolling down the board. I don't know where Noah Fant went. He's down there. There he is. There's Fant, Kate Otten, Tucker Kraft, Musgrave. I don't mind any of those guys.
Yeah.
But at this point, there's still value on here.
And also, Sanders is a nice look. Again, I mentioned Canales earlier, but if you look at what Cade Otten did last year with Canales and his usage, his snap share, his target share, you got to be at least curious to Jatavian Sanders and what he may be able to do his rookie year.
Right. Yes. Plenty of talent there with Jatavian Sanders.
Do what? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, there's a ton of talent with JT Sanders. So, I mean, who knows how well he'll be able to do in that offense there that Canales is running.
Here's a fun one.
All about getting on the field for him.
And I got my big receiver.
There you go.
A little bit
All right. That'll do it for this one today, Matt. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll have to review this draft class, so to speak, next time we jump on here. Save this one. I want to talk about it.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to bring it back up here. Well, that was fun doing that, Matt. I enjoyed it. We're, again, getting ready for our big draft Saturday night that starts up, and it'll be a slow draft. So we'll have plenty of time to comment and share with you that draft here in the Birdhouse, and we'll be taking a look at that throughout the next week. Once again, we want to thank Matt English for joining us today and remind you that we're brought to you by Choice Sports Cards, your number one choice in buying and selling sports cards. Check out Kyle and the boys over on Whatnot. They do a great job over there. Matt, thanks again for joining today.
Always happy to come on, man.
Again. And with that, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you, folks.